Angry, 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 Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 angry.
Hello. Hello. I started the thing and then realized I wanted some ice. Also, I'm making some more of my clear ice, so I'll stick that there so it matures over the course of the live stream. And hello, Fox and Lemonhead. Oh man, those lights are on a dumb cycle. I want a better cycle on the lights. See how that one goes. And, all right, I'm just gonna do this. Spread them out a bit over here. And one more thing. Whatevs. All right, lights. Toby, hello. And Megaleech, hello. Right, ice. Sexy, sexy clear ice. Put that in my glass. Leave it to sit for a bit before I pour a drink in it, because I want it to temper. And I've got my milk clarified Mai Tai. But the ice will just crack if I pour that over too soon, which will ruin the whole clear effect, so I won't do that. And hello, Celtic King, hanging out with Toby. Toby, big day for the Mormon Church. You know, it's the anniversary of when the townspeople lynched Joseph Smith. Big day. I believe it's known as martyrdom within the LDS. So I don't know how you would even mark that. And Greg, good evening to you, sir. Oh no, was there no ice cream in there? Yeah. I'll have to go to the supermarket tomorrow or something. Freezer Ninja just went in trying to get a dessert treat and there wasn't one. Let the team down, I have. So, what can I say? I just thought with your reading, you might know that one, Toby. Is that something that gets talked about? I don't know. Speaking of big days, there isn't, because I only made one cocktail video on Friday night because I was having too much fun hanging out with Abigail. So I'm going to make another one tonight, which I think I'll make for the 4th of July, because next weekend's the 4th of July. So we've got to decide. And yes, I am trolling by wearing a Chairman Mao tie for this. But got to decide what drink encapsulates freedom. So, but yes, I actually haven't decided. So that's something to decide. Shall I try to make something? I don't even have a good shot glass to make something red, white, and blue in. I could try, or do I? Do I have any good shot glasses up there? No, because I'm not a shots person. So I have those little skull ones I often put stuff in, but like if I tried to layer red, white, and blue, probably wouldn't show up very well in one of them. And I don't even know if I can do it. My thinking I could do it with grenadine and then a white cream liqueur, which I have several of, and a blue curacao on top. Toby's through all the social media accounts today, and they haven't posted anything. Maybe it's a day for somber reflection. The whole martyrdom thing. Yeah. Oh, I got this neat thing in the mail. Like most people will remember me making carbonated things with this. This is one of my lockdown purchases because unlike a soda stream, this one comes with a special. That's just the normal lid on there. This has a special injection thing with pressure release, so you can put almost anything. Because with the soda stream, if you put anything but water in, you have to put the flavors in after you carbonate the water. If you put anything else in, the soda stream will spray everywhere. But this one has a little pressure release valve, so you can carbonate anything and then slowly release the pressure and you'll be fine. I usually just carbonate water and add flavors, but they actually sent me a bunch of their sort of test flavors for free to try out, which is pretty. And even the postage, you know, when you often someone says, get this for free, all you have to do is pay for postage. And then the postage costs at least as much as the product. But they sent it to me completely free. There's this one. There's some that they're trying to pretend, I don't know, somehow healthful. This is called Revive, raspberry and pomegranate. And they're saying it's got, what is it? Half the sugar. Well, that's a plus in itself. Mix 100 mils for full flavor or less for a more subtle palate with 700 mils of cold water. So it says it's got ginkgo, ginseng, withonia herbs, believed to have beneficial, and there's a burst of caffeine from black tea with a mix of vitamins and minerals. Lemonheads, why red, white, and blue? The American flag. They refer to the red, white, blue, Captain America, red, white, and blue, all that sort of shenanigans. And this one's just a flavor one, mandarin orange. Orangey tasty, not just great for kids. Wow, get creative. Add cracked black pepper, dried chili, and a slice of orange and mint. Wow. So I'm thinking of the possibility of these as cocktail syrups, actually. Orange mandarin. What's this one? Oh, this is another one that they're trying to say is somehow herbal. It's relax. Chamomile, lavender, valerian, passiflora herbs, known for their beneficial impact on stress. And it's blood orange flavor. I think these could be cocktail syrups, actually. Mixed berry? Add a few pomegranate seeds and some mint, some basil and lemon. Throw in a small hot chili, lime juice, mint leaves. Chill in the fridge. Gosh. Hellian, hello, Kirsten. And this is another one that's trying to pretend is potentially, healthful. Immunoburst. Olive leaf extract and echinacea. And the flavor is citrus. What was the last one? Pink. It's just pink. No, it's pink grapefruit. It just says pink in big letters and grapefruit in tiny letters. This is just pink flavor. Lemonheads. There might be ketamine in there. Who knows? They could have put anything in here. I doubt they put ketamine in though. But you never know. Never know. But yeah, I'm trying to come up with an inspiration for a 4th of July. Like the only American spirits I have is bourbon and Applejack. And the other thing is like try to make a red, white, and blue. Yeah, Megalith, I don't think they give me ketamine for free. Fox. Oh, I'm probably not going to trap. Oh, I could travel to Lux Brew, couldn't I? I was thinking of just ordering the little sample bottles from Lux Brew because they're right out in fucking Dandenongs. That's a decent drive. Safa, you got to be outside the border bubble. You have to do COVID tests. Yeah, if you want to be moving around in New South Wales, it's all about it. So I'm just going to look. If there's a recommendation for Applejack. That's interesting. Only 6 of them. Triple A sour. So, Applejack, Anchovies, Aperol, maple syrup, lemon juice. Oh, that's a hot one. It's interesting. These are all, that's really weird. These are all user submitted. I think there's something weird happening with the search. Applejack, rye, velvet falernum, maple and cardamom. What do they call that? Jack's Fall. I'm thinking of just making a version of not a Sazerac, no, actually I think I am thinking of Sazerac. And just do a split between Applejack and bourbon. Chris, hello. So Chris's apartment and cat sitting and girlfriends during this heat wave. Yes, we have the whole problem of incredibly low vaccination rates in Australia. Less than 5% of the population is fully vaccinated. And so a little outbreak turns into a big outbreak really quickly, like what's happening in Sydney, and which my prediction is actually only going to get worse over the next week or two. And the lockdown will be extended unless they're complete fucking morons. I actually hope I'm wrong, but I think that was going to happen. So, Chris, I need inspiration. I'm just up to make a cocktail, which won't go live till Friday, but because it's the 4th of July weekend, I need a freedom cocktail. Something that says, do you have oil? We're going to bring you fucking freedom, whether you like it or not. Free the fuck out of you. I'm torn between, do I make something with American products, of which I have a couple, or do I try and make something red, white, and blue? Yeah, that is true, Safa. Russia has oil. And they're just a bit big for America to try and give them freedom. It's normally smaller nations with freedom. I mean, oil that get freedom introduced. Via, Hercules and B-52s. Is that your name for it, Chris? An imperialist pounder, red, white, and blue. And also, with a red, white, and blue, I have to decide, do I make a shot of that or in a taller glass? Because I have red, white, and blue ingredients that I might be able to layer. I'm actually really bad at layering. I said, actually, do I have an appropriate shot glass here? Oh, wait, what's this one? Oh, this would actually probably be a good one, the hearing. Or, oh, this one's a rocket. Okay, I forgot I had this one. Look. This shot glass is a rocket. I think that's appropriate, yeah. I could try and do a layered shot. Oh no, put some lard. Well, I have actually, you joke about putting lard in the cocktail. I have actually done the bacon fat washed bourbon before. I didn't plan well enough in advance to have more bacon bourbon. That's pretty good. I hadn't tasted this properly. I made this yesterday, I guess, because I was shooting close-ups for my Tie My Kangaroo Down sport video, and milk clarified the Mai Tai. Oh, that's pleasant. And it's still got a nice boozy flavor as well. Because sometimes the milk clarifying process makes the drink not taste like booze at all, which can be fun. But it's got a nice boozy flavor. I think should I do a dry run? Okay, no, I will. I'll do a dry run to see if I can layer a shot. And if I can, then I'll make that the video. And if I can't, I'll do something with I'll do something with bourbon and Applejack. I've used the last of my Rittenhouse rye, so I don't have that, but I do have Wild Turkey 100 proof bourbon. And yeah, so Sazerac, some people say you make it with whiskey, and some people say you make it with cognac, and some people say, and cognac's just a brandy. So some people say, well, why not be nice and make it with both? So I'm thinking of making one with a 50-50 split, and that becomes like an American Sazerac then. Yeah. All right, so I think that's what I'll do, actually. Yeah, they're good freedom lights as well, aren't they, Chris? Definitely. So, Toby, you were in church this morning. They told you about the branches spider. How it was on the back wall where you usually sit. You thought you felt something on your leg, but it was the spider. But it was your shoelace, not the spider. Well, that's going to wake you up, Toby, if you suddenly think there's a spider crawling up your leg. I'd probably scream like, this has just been, I think there might be some greasy on the inside. I think I need to clean the inside of this shot day. Lemonhead Canada Day, July 1st. There's a great video Canadian friend who's a YouTube bartender, Rob's Home Bar. He did this Canadian maple bacon old fashioned, which just looked friggin' great, honestly. That'd be an excellent Canada Day celebration. Maple bacon old fashioned made with Canadian whiskey. Because you think Canada's better because of less invading? There might be something to that. So I'm going to quickly see if I can I need to clean this, I think. I haven't used it in ages. I'm just going to get a cloth over here and clean this little shot glass. Hopefully no unfortunate residue in here. All right. So I wanted the tea towel. Dry off. Oh, what the fuck? I fucked that up. Gonna have to readjust my camera. I just kicked the tripod when I was over there. So, can I? Oh yeah, that actually. Oh man, that was filthy. Now it looks great. You probably can't tell. The camera's not resolution enough, but it was actually gross and filthy before. And I cleaned it, and it looks beautiful now. So I'm going to try and layer a shot in there. I may have already said I'm very bad at this, so it probably won't work. So I'll probably do the Sazerac. Oh, there it is. Oh, a bar spoon would help. Can I find my bar spoon? So I want a Cream liqueur. I'll do this one. This is an Irish whiskey cream liqueur. So grenadine will probably sit on the bottom. Cream will probably sit on that. And blue curacao will probably sit on top of that. That's the theory. So this will be a very sickly sweet shot too, if it works. I just made some grenadine. It's very dark. It's more purple than red, but you know what? It'll do. It'll do. Chris, that sounded like I fell down a cartoon flight of stairs. Nice. Chris, there is a good point with less invading, but probably just as much native genocide as Australia and the US. All right, so red. Now I'll try to layer these. It probably won't work because I'm very bad at it. Right. Creamy whiskey. Oh my God, that's good. And ooh. Oh my God, that didn't work at all. And for some reason, the blue curacao, I kind of floated the white on top of the red, but the blue curacao is heavier than the cream liqueur, which I didn't expect. Oh well. Shots time, I suppose. Maybe I should do it with real cream, because there's some cream in the fridge. Maybe it'll work with real cream. Maybe I just want to do more shots. Who knows? Wow. Ha! Tastes like freedom. If I made it with grenadine and cream and blue curacao, there's almost no alcohol in it. I think I'll just make the Freedom Sazerac. I think I'll call it the Freedom Sazerac. Safa, I think a Russian drink tastes like winter. Yeah, I don't think I can be fucked trying to make a red, white, and blue shot that doesn't even have alcohol in it, or barely any. I think I'll just make the Freedom Sazerac, which is going to be replacing American Applejack for French cognac. Although, you know, because it's a New Orleans drink and you got that whole French vibe from there, but which the Russian drink is authoritarianism and depression. I mean, Russia's had a rough run of it. You look at from the Tsars, been a lot of oppression there under various systems. Yeah, I'm not into shots. I don't think I'll try and make the shot. Right. I'll just put this shot glass over here. Actually, might rinse it so that cream liqueur doesn't go hard on it, permanently disfigure it. I keep my tripod again. Fucking clown. Man, not sure how well this one worked. It's only a thing, it'll probably come out in an hour or so. So, Chris, although US and British warships fucking around in the Black Sea asking for trouble, yeah, it's hard to understand why people do that asking for trouble shit, quite honestly. Cream liqueur back there. Do. What are we going to put in Sazerac? We're going to do some absinthe, sugar syrup, Peychaud's bitters. That's my Peychaud's bitters. There it is. Creole bitters. One dash of Angostura, why not? Lemonhead's asking for trouble. Get in trouble just watching hockey game from your boyfriend. Oh no. Yes, hopefully that weird Navy shit in the Black Sea doesn't cause too much trouble. So, right. So I want a stirring glass because I want to stir this. And I'm going to do my method of an absinthe rinse. And I've already got some sexy clear ice in the glass, so it can stay there. Even though it's got a bit of a residue of my milk clarified thing. No one watching will know. It'll be a secret. Just don't tell anyone. So I think I get my Applejack. I think it's the only American thing I've got is wild turkey. I just used up my American rye. Yeah, I think there's an Applejack of the only American products I have. Where's the Applejack? Is that the Applejack? That's the Applejack. Where are we? Sorry. So you can tell this is a freedom drink. It's got a freedom bird on the bottle. Dun dun dun. So if you swam in the Black Sea in June 2019, 9. So we got Wild Turkey 101, which is a really good mixing bourbon, actually. Because a bit extra, what do they say? It's a high rye aged longer bourbon. But it's not a rye whiskey because it's a bourbon, means it's at least 51% corn. Nice, Abigail. Can't stick around, not at home, but say hello. Wink, wink. Well, I hope you have a wonderful and pleasant evening. And I thank you for popping in and saying hello. Freedom drinks and freedom fries. Yep. I have some things that look like French fries. Maybe I could use them as a garnish. Stupid ideas. Man, I got these things fucking unbalanced again. It's really hard to balance. I'm going to collect some Flair metal badges from distilleries because I got 2 of these tiny ones from the Gospel. Kirsten said she'd swap me one for an Archie Rose one, so I'm down for that. They can end up with more and more badges across my vests. I think the vests will fall apart. I'll punch so many holes in them. Or eventually, it'll be too much. Maybe I'll just start getting enamel badges, because enamel badges are a thing now. Like, not even distiller related ones. That Safa Origin not going good for Queensland. You're talking the sports pool. Lady friend laughed so hard at wink, wink. Why do French fries come in different sizes? KFC thicker compared to Hungry Jack's and Macca's? Because freedom, Safa. Freedom fries means they can be different things. See, I only reckon they're French fries if they're the skinny ones. If they're thicker, they're chips. Skinny ones are French fries. Look, I think I should do this. I'm going to show you. I got these silly things from the supermarket just because they were new, and I always like to try new things. They're like, crisps, but they're in the shape of French fries. They call them chippies. I think I should just use one as a garnish. Just balance it on the edge of the glass. What do you think? Is that a suitable garnish for a freedom drink, a freedom fry? I think I should do it. So, yeah. All right. I think I might do this. I need my absinthe. Oh, actually, I like the little rocket shot glass. Saf, you love French breadsticks. Oh man, there's a bakery not that far from me that does this sourdough baguette that's to fucking die for. It's so good. Wait, where's my shot glass? Clean my shot glass, because I'm gonna put my absinthe in it. All right, and I need my Hawthorne strainer. Yep, I thought I'd put that in the dishwasher. And my mixing glass, because I'm going to be mixing this. See ya, Abigail. Do other things. And I left you a message because I have a problem with Friday night now. Ooh. So when you get around to that, answer that. Oh, bizoot. All right. I need absinthe. Absinthe and sugar syrup, actually. Where'd I put my absinthe? There's my absinthe. Actually, this would be... No, anyway. I gave up on red, white, and blue. Oof. Yeah. I could, though, with Aperol. Hey, choking on ashes. No, literally only Abigail's leaving. She just came in to say hello. Might put my camera up here now. I'm standing up while I get a few things ready. I just realized I could do the red, white, blue. Now I know the blue curacao sinks to the bottom. And then the cream in the middle. I think Aperol is much lighter, red on the top. Should I try a red, white, and blue shot as a bonus is what I'm asking. Oh, nice. Toby and Celtic King. Take care, dudes. See you later. I feel like we haven't seen you for a little while, Choking on Ashes. I hope you've been well, or happy to see you here this evening. Lemonades, every time I get up to a shot, you get a little bit drunk because I'm getting up and doing different things. Just got to decide if I'm going to do a shot. Yeah, I think I'll just make the Freedom Sazerac. Get the mixing glass. Sexy cut glass mixing thingy. This can go over here. The other way for a bit. Oh, where's my finger? That's the actress said to the bishop. Seriously, where is it? Oh, there it is. Just rinse it off. Because who knows where that finger has been? Matron. Choconash is doing much better. Nice. The new normal. Excellent. Safa, lots and lots of countries have red, white, and blue in their flag. Australia, England, New Zealand. Right, I'm going to make a Freedom Sazerac. A Freedom Sazerac. Man, I'm losing weight. This is actually too big now. It only looks silly from that angle. I don't think it looks silly from the camera angle. But I do have some smaller size vests I might have to use. Put some lights on. Got to check the framing. Yeah, no, that's completely fucking wrong. That's a bit better. How's that looking? That's looking pretty good. That's pretty good framing. I'm liking that. All right. Russia has red, white, and blue as well, Safa. There you go. I didn't really know Russia's flag. G'day, cocktail lovers. I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready for another cocktail. As I make this, we're coming up to the July 4th weekend in the US. 2021, it's happening on a weekend. I thought, what drinks do we have that express freedom? And I was doing some planning up front, and I tried doing a red, white, and blue shot layered. I'm super bad at that. It failed. I might try again, who knows. But I had two ideas in mind, and when that went out the window, I thought, you know what I'm going to do? A quintessentially American drink, and there are so many different very American cocktails. I'm going to do a riff on one of my favorites. It's from New Orleans, the Sazerac. Now, the Sazerac has changed a bit over the years. Some people say it should be made with cognac, and that's the whole French Quarter thing in New Orleans. And some people say it should be bourbon or rye whiskey, American whiskeys. Some people say, hey, why not split the difference and do a mixed Sazerac, which is what I often do, is very good. But I thought 4th of July, we'll go a bit more American with the Sazerac. Cognac is just a brandy. It's a grape-based brandy, and there are a lot of brandies around the world. And I only have two American products on my drink shelf at the moment, and that is Wild Turkey 101 Bourbon, 50.5% alcohol bourbon, and Applejack Apple Brandy. And I thought, well, why not do a Sazerac with a split between the apple brandy and the bourbon? Sounds good to me, so let's do it now. This is the non-American part of the Freedom Sazerac, an absinthe rinse. It's because honestly, a Sazerac is basically an old-fashioned with a little bit of absinthe. That's what it comes down to. And when people say an absinthe rinse, some people rinse the glass and tip it out. Some people use an atomizer. Some people will just put a couple of drops of absinthe in. What I'm doing with my double rocks glass with a sexy bit of clear ice in here, chilling the glass while I mix the rest of the drink. And this is a way I learned that I like. Put a little bit of absinthe over the ice and leave it sit. And I'm going to strain that out before I put the rest of the ingredients in and have that as a shot, as a chaser, as it were. And that way I don't waste my precious absinthe. I'm a fucking jigger, honestly. First up, some straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey, Wild Turkey 101, the beefier, slightly overproof bourbon as opposed to the normal 40%. I am going to add 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of bourbon. I will be going equal parts with the Applejack for the brandy part, and I know this is appropriate for 4th of July. There's a freedom bird on the bottle. So for our freedom Sazerac, I'm going to do, again, 45 mils, 1.5 ounces of Applejack. How much sugar syrup? It reckons 10 mils. That's a lot of sugar syrup. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Which one of these is sugar syrup? This one is. A little bit of sweetener going in now, some sugar syrup. This is some homemade sugar syrup. Dead easy to make, 50% sugar, 50% water. Honestly, for this type of drink, I think a richer sugar syrup could work really well. Like if you make one with brown sugar or unrefined sugar, give it a bit more bite. But this is a fairly standard sugar syrup I made. You can do it to taste. I'm doing a bit less than 1/2 ounce, maybe about 10 mils of sugar syrup. The final touch for our mixing glass, some bitters, because this is a Creole-style variation on an old-fashioned using Creole-style bitters. Peychaud's is the most famous. There are others on the market. You could just do whatever bitters you like, quite honestly. But if you've never tried Peychaud's, I do recommend you get it or another Creole-style. Gives a very interesting taste. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 dashes of Peychaud's bitters in there. I don't want the Angostura to feel left out. I think just for old time's sake, because I always use Angostura in an old fashioned, I'm going to do 1 dash of Angostura in our Freedom Sazerac. Do I need to bring? I think I'll just put little ice in this, honestly. Oops, I just dropped some ice. Big thing of ice is stuck together. We are going to stir this cocktail. So I've added ice to our stirring glass. I'm going to use, speaking of American classics, Gaz Regan, one of the great American bartenders, cast of his finger on my stirring stick. I'm going to stir this for about 30 revolutions. before putting the cocktail in my rocks glass, I'm going to strain out the absinthe, which has also got some water added to it from the ice melting and chilling the glass. So that's a nicely loosed absinthe shot I can have as a chaser. Wait, where's my fucking cherries gone? I'm going to use my fucking cherries, man. Because I got them, so I'm going to use them. Oh, and an orange peel. Fuck yeah. Sink's making noise. It's time to strain our cocktail into the glass. It's nice. Besides being a nice flavour, Peychaud's Bitters is very red and gives a lovely colour to a whiskey cocktail as well. And I love the way that looks. But it's a freedom cocktail. It needs to be a bit more over the top. Let's get some garnishes happening. Where's my fruit peeler? I'm so disorganized. There it is. Right. Fruit peeler. Orange. I got an orange down here. One of my favourite garnishes to put on a whiskey cocktail, or just like an old-fashioned variation, is an orange peel. And also I love to express the orange oil on. So I'm going to peel me a swath of orange. And the first thing I'm going to do is express a little bit of oil over the top of the drink. Love the smell of orange oil. Next, I have my recently purchased maraschino cherries. Ooh, look at that. Decadent. And I'm going to use them, damn it. Oh, I just realized I shouldn't have speared it just yet. Bear with me. So I've speared the orange peel, then the cherry, then the other side of the orange peel, and I am dripping cherry juice everywhere. And I'm just going to hang that over my Freedom Sazerac. And let's give this a taste. Oh, yeah. I love a Sazerac, quite honestly. I think I'm going to stick the garnish in there and stir it around a bit. Oh, I love these boozy drinks. Look, honestly, 4th of July, and I see a lot of my American friends are getting really high, over 100 Fahrenheit, 40 Celsius temperatures. So a very boozy drink like this might not be what you feel like. Just do whatever you want. Go stuff with lots of ice and have a good time wherever you are in the world. But I'm going to have a good time with this. Sign off. See you fine people again soon, I hope. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would be great if you did. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, and we can have fun enjoying cocktails together. I'm going to enjoy this one myself. I hope you're looking after yourself wherever you are. Look after the people around you as well. Until I see you again, freedom! Man, I made such a mess with cherry juice. Okay. I should clean this mess up because it's really sticky. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm going to get a cloth. Oh, Luxardo Maraschino juice everywhere. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. As the quintessential American, Matthew McConaughey is famous for saying, all right, all right, all right, all right. Did you like that token on ashes instead of my normal cheers? Freedom. All I've got in my head, I'm pissing about like this, and all I've got in my head is the song from the Team America World Police movie the South Park guys did with the puppets. America, fuck yeah, coming to save the motherfucking day now. I fucking love a Sazerac, honestly. This shot's gonna knock me about a bit. Should I have the shot now or after the drink? I don't know. Nice, Chris. You felt the freedom erupting. Nice. That's definitely the vibe I was going for. I'm so shit at garnishes. Like that's good for me. That is a more elaborate garnish than I normally make. Should have taken a photo of it, but anyway. Hell, it's lucky I've got glasses on. The butt of the sword just clacked into my glasses. If I wasn't wearing glasses, I would have poked myself in the eye just then. I should just drop that in and get rid of the sword because I'm just going to fucking hurt myself, quite honestly. Okay. Choking as you've got Sam Sater. What a fucking nightmare song stuck in your head. The Jonathan Mann one. I don't know that, but it sounds funny. And also I don't know if Kirsten is still there. I meant to ask because I'd seen a couple of times in the last couple of days that Starwood had done these special single barrel releases. They'd been like in conjunction with someone else. And they were like barrel strength Starwood whiskeys. So like 56, 57% alcohol. And I'm really tempted to get one of them because it sounds kind of good. I forgot my Freedom Fry garnish. Bacon and cheese flavored. I don't know why I'm eating them. They're actually not very good. Hello, Kirsten. So, Kirsten, do you know the things I'm talking about? Starwood have apparently done some partnerships with various people for single barrel release whiskies. I'm intrigued, not least because they're overproof whiskies, the ones that have been aged in wine barrels. Oh, love Sazerac. Maybe I should do my shot now and then still have some Sazerac afterwards. I'm going to sip it before I knock it back. Yep. Ooh, yep. That's absinthe. It's pretty sort of sky blue. Like before it gets water added to it, it's this really dark blue color, but it louches with water. The oils come out, which is what makes it go cloudy. Traditional characteristic of absinthe, that it louches when you add water or anything else. Ooh, nice. Yes, find out if there's a really good one that's still available. Some are just okay. That would be excellent, your insight into that. Because I've seen it twice in the last couple of days, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, yeah, if you've got a line into getting a good one, I would be I think I'm just going to knock this back. I would be very appreciative. Thank you, Kirsten. Ooh, licorice. That's actually mostly water. It's really only about a third of a shot of absinthe. I didn't put that much in. It was just for the rinse. Ooh, 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 ooh. But still, my, what is this? 80% alcohol, absinthe. Third of a shot is still pretty strong. Back to the Sazerac. Oh, Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, man. I love that style of drink. New Orleans style. And your old-fashioned and your Manhattan. And now I've got these Luxardo cherry. Oh, I just you got to put it in front of my face. So if I put it in there, you can't see it. See, it's Luxardo cherry. Those are good. Those are really good. Is it actually relatively recently I found out maraschino cherries are real cherries because I thought they were some sort of confectionery because they're nothing like fresh cherries. And there's this super fucking weird process they go through where they get bleached. And then they're this god-awful translucent plasticky color. And then they get soaked in something colored, which colors them. So you get the cheaper ones, the more standard ones that are usually either yellow or green, and they're like bright yellow or bright green. These are one brand of upmarket. There's a few upmarket brands. This like cost me $20 for this little jar. And I wasn't going to get them because I thought they'll just go off. And I asked the person serving me in the shop, how long do they last? And she's like, oh, basically forever. They'll last at least a year. And I went, oh, fuck yeah. I'll use it in a year, so I'll get it. Oh, gosh, Lemonheads, your boyfriend went to rehab. Absolutely, I wish he might. I want to do absolute big thumbs up for taking that step to get the help, which is not easy. So absolute 2 thumbs up to the boyfriend for actually choosing to get rehab. And yeah, second thing, absolutely all the best. Looking for a good result. Yes, Megaleech, like glacé cherries. I thought glacé cherries were confectionery, but they're actual real cherries that go through this fucking weird process. It was on one of those how is it made programs. I saw it and I thought, and I was blown away because I thought those things are so unlike actual cherries. Yeah, so the bright green and bright yellow ones are glacé cherries. I thought they were confectionery, but they're real cherries that just go through a fucking weird process. So, Kirsten, the oak barrel release was really good. There's a whiskey and ailment one coming. Well, I'll tell you, I'll see. It was getting advertised to me on Facebook. I'll bring up Facebook and see if it comes up again. Just scrolling Facebook, people posting photos. Oh, there's this really fucking stupid looking guitar-shaped tequila bottles. I don't want them. I get advertised so much booze because of things I click on, so I'm okay with it. Well, that's fun. Life hack. Save time by crying about 2 things at the same time. Okay. Worry about some of my friends. Distinct whiskies. Man, I have so much booze advertised to me on Facebook. A couple of cocktails from Steve the Bartender Cocktail Crew. Shirts. I also get wacky shirts advertised to me because the wacky shirts I get. There's a funny thing where 50 people from Sydney were staying in a hotel in Canberra against the health orders and they all got turfed out. I found that pretty funny. Another ad for the gospel. I should tell them I already bought the gospel so they don't need to advertise to me anymore. Oh, that's what I'm intrigued by. The 23rd Street Distillery's single malt whiskey. Because I've got their brandy, which I quite like. Cat shirts. Yeah, see, now I'm scrolling. Now the fucking ad won't come up. Oh, wait, no, that's an ad for Starwood generally. Single malt whiskey club. I'm getting so many single malt whiskeys advertised to me at the moment. Discover our world of whiskey at Paramount Liquor. So I was getting this particular thing advertised to me all fucking day today, and now when I want to find it again, it's not here. Bricks, rums. Wow, I've literally, as I've been scrolling, I've seen like 20 fucking booze ads, and none of them have been the booze ad I wanted to see. Do a drinking tour of Tasmania? Honestly, yes. I would, but only the distilleries. They're saying, "Oh, do you want to go to the wineries and the beer places too?" No, fuck that. I just want to have a visit to your distillery. Okay, and yet another booze ad, and not the booze ad I want. How many booze ads can I get that aren't the booze ads I want? A dozen, apparently. Patient Wolf. Again, cool, but I have some Patient Wolf. I should probably tell them, no, I bought Patient Wolf. You don't need to advertise to me anymore. Kirsten, was it the Vintage Cellars release? Might have been. Bernie, you've been drinking margaritas. I've got a Sazerac right here. So, Kirsten, your favourite single barrel was Whiskey Exchange 20th anniversary, only released in the UK. Tasted like pineapples and sunshine. That sounds fabulous. That sounds absolutely fabulous. Loving it. Come on, Facebook. I'm going to keep going until I see another booze ad and see if it's the right booze ad. I guess so many booze ads. Oh, now I'm getting an Archie Rose ad. That's nice. Booze Bud. Craft Cartel Liquor. Okay, so many fucking booze ads. Okay, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this. This is not booze. Share screen. Chrome tab. I love this. And if it's too small for you to read on your device, there's a quote from Gladys Berejiklian saying, "I fear for Victoria. I worry what their government may do. I hope we've demonstrated to other states it's possible to manage an outbreak and not shut down a city." And then they've done that Gordon Ramsay meme, but with Dan Andrews' face holding bread either side of Gladys Berejiklian's face saying, "What are you?" And she says, "An idiot sandwich." Honestly, fuck that politically motivated bullshit that's been going on for ages with New South Wales in particular. It annoys the shit out of me. Okay, I'm scrolling. I keep getting these booze ads. Anther Spirits. Like, no, yeah, okay. I've bought Anther. I don't need Anther advertised to me. Ooh, Dead City Ruins are at Cherry Bar. Nice. Friend of mine is a singer for this metal band called Dead City Ruins. All right, scrolling. No, okay, prepackaged cocktails. I've literally scrolled past fucking 20 booze ads, and none of them are the booze ad I want. What happens if I just search Starwood? Will that come up? Obviously, the Starwood page is going to... The Whiskey Club. I think it was the Whiskey Club. Yes, it was. It was the Whiskey Club. So, okay. Kirsten, tell me if you've heard of this one, if this one sounds good. It's Master Blender Jared Huxell's dubbed this exclusive single cast the crescendo of our wine cask series, the pinnacle of Starwood's signature red wine style. The Starwood Fresh Red Wine single cast showcases the very best of the distillery in full force. Matured in an American oak fresh red wine barrel from Barossa Valley for 3.5 years, bottled at natural cask strength. Bright citrus notes burst on the nose, along with notes of strawberries, plums, raspberry cheesecake, lashings of oozy toffee. Ripe red apples and blueberry coat the tongue before fresh out of the oven shortbread and creamy oak settle on the palate, eases into a lingering finish of white chocolate. Honestly, that's a bit fucking over the top. But yeah, I think this is like 57%. So that's the one. That one sold out. But was it... Okay, the question is, was it good? Because these people are saying they can sell it to me. Oh, Bernie, that is an excellent name for a band. Booze That I Want. That actually does sound like a very good name for a band. So single malts seems to be 55.7% alcohol. Get yours. Get yours. One bottle membership. So if I could, is that a good one, Kirsten? That's my question. Is that a good one? Is that worth getting? I mean, they made it sound good. It's like, I should fucking stop buying bottles of stuff. But am I going to? Am I going? Oh, okay. You're going to text Jared. Thank you. Oh my God. It's so awesome having a friend who knows everyone and everything in the Australian distilling scene. It's just fucking awesome. So yeah. So Bernie, I saw another thing that I thought was going to be my heavy metal band's name recently. That I love using that line when someone uses a phrase or whatever, and I go, "Yep, that's the name of my heavy metal band." And I did say it recently, and I can't remember what it was about. What the fuck is that shit? When someone uses a phrase or whatever. Get absolutely fucked. Some random fucking piece of shit. Some random fucking piece of shit just made an ownership claim. And I'm like, get fucked, you fucking piece of shit. I'm filing a fucking counterclaim, you cunts. I mean, it's meaningless. No one watches these streams back later, but just the fuck. This is the second time in a week this has happened. So there are random fucking copyright trolls on fucking Facebook. 31 seconds of video. I mean, it's meaningless. No one watches these streams back. Fucking cunts, okay? Safa, you guess you know. Oh, no. I think I might know what you're saying, Safa. But you can tell me what you're saying. You think you know who it is? No, it's random. This was a company with fucking an Arabic name. There are copyright trolls are a thing across all platforms. Kirsten Jared might be asleep. He gets up at 5 a.m. All good. But thank you, Kirsten. That's fine. Man, see, Shields not even here to tell me to drink water. I was about to drink one of my fucking Archie Rose premix cocktails, but I think I should drink water. And I'll leave the orange peel in here because I think that'll make the water taste more interesting. Thank you, Safa. You're stepping in. Drink water. There's some water happening. I don't want to drink too much water because then I have to get up and pee in the middle of the night. But I definitely need to drink some water. I definitely want to drink no more alcohol. Because I'm a little bit drunk at the moment. Just a little bit. Fortunately, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just staying at home. So it's okay that I'm a little bit drunk. I think Mrs. Angry is playing Mass Effect in the next room. I hear video game noises. That's good. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do tiny taste tests of these syrups. Do the ones that they're trying to claim are somehow healthy, whatever. They're immunoburst, olive leaf, echinacea, but also citrus. Do a little taste because I think these could be good cocktail syrups. Do a little taste of this syrup. Oop, just a few drops. It's interesting. It's quite interesting. I think my theory that these could be good cocktail syrups is actually a good theory. I'll rinse my palate with some water. Pinksberry, Revive. Okay. Ginkgo, ginseng, withania, and caffeine. This could be the wake-up one. Take a little taste of this one. I'm supposed to go back on their website and tell them what I thought of them. I'm not sure if they'd be happy or not if I said, I decided to use these as cocktail syrups. This is really pink. I don't know if you can see that. It's very, very pink. That's not bad at all. What's that meant to be? Yeah, no, it's very raspberry, pomegranate. That's a good grenadine substitute. That is a good grenadine substitute, actually. That's pretty good. I like that. That could be a good grenadine substitute. Okay, palate cleanser. Okay. Mandarin orange. Okay, this is the other one that's meant to be a herbal thing. Relax. Chamomile, lavender, valerian, passiflora. And it's blood orange flavor. I do like blood orange as a flavor, actually. Let's see what this tastes like. Put a tiny in here. It's sort of it's a very purpley red. So no, that's good. That actually has a real blood orange flavor. I mean, it mostly tastes like sugar. I'm going to be honest. Mostly tastes like sugar. But it's got a little bit of blood orange. All right. So the other ones that aren't even pretending to be healthy. Pink grapefruit flavor. That could be good for cocktails too. A little bit of pink. Okay. Oh yeah, it is kind of a pink grapefruit color. No, I like that. Very sugary, but I like it. All right. Bit more palate cleansing with water. I feel like chucking another cherry in my water, actually, because the cherries are really good. Mixed berry syrup. See, these could be a good substitute for sugar syrup in cocktails. The mixed berry is very red again. I mean, that's quite pleasant. That is quite pleasant. These are all pretty good. They're just like very sugary. Palate cleanser. Okay, this is also just mandarin orange. For those who missed it earlier, the company behind this sent me these free samples. Not because I'm in any way famous, it's because I bought their product. Yeah, it's very orange sort of color. Fuck, that's nice too. I really think these would be good cocktail syrups. I think they'd be fucking great cocktail syrups, actually. Replacement for sugar syrup. Man, I fucking like them. And I don't know if they'd be happy or mortified. It's the company that makes the carbonator that I bought during lockdown. Carbo, spelt with a Q. Qarbo. And that just looks like Garbo to me, which is what I call garbage collectors, the Garbo. But it's their custom things. And they said, hey, we'll send them for free. Just tell us what you think of them. And I think they're all quite nice. I think they'd make good cocktail syrups. I don't know if the good people at Carbo would be happy or mortified that I think their syrups would be very good as cocktail syrups. One way to find out, I guess, I could go to the feedback page and went, yeah, these were all fine. They were nice and whatnot. I decided to use them as sugar syrup substitutes in cocktails. And so your little free samples are getting me hella drunk. Yeah, I don't know if they'd be happy or mortified to learn that. That's the world we live in. Oh my God. I could make one of them up now, actually. How much did they say to add? It's like 100 mils for full flavor. And these are... Oh, it's the whole thing. So they're saying add the... No, I want to keep them as cocktail syrups. I don't want to pour the whole thing into some carbonated water. Keep them as cocktail syrups because they're actually quite nice flavors. So, oh yeah, okay. I just saw 10 minutes ago. Coffee. Was it number one troll? No, I don't think it was number one troll. I think it was just random trolls. Oh my God. Okay, so I think I drank more booze in the first hour than I intended to. But, you know, that's okay. I can just drink water in the second hour. Well, this is fun from 5 hours ago. Gladys Berejiklian insists COVID-19 lockdown is based on health advice, not apology. Of course it's based on health advice. It's hard to believe it's only 5 days since New South Wales' COVID-19 response was called the gold standard and a full-on lockdown seemed unlikely. Okay, The lockdown in Sydney only seemed unlikely if you were a fucking moron, quite honestly. For a government that has made avoiding lockdowns a point of pride, the economic recovery evident in last week's state budget led New South Wales to boast even more about its post-pandemic. Blah, 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 blah. You fucking muppets who fucking ignored the blind fucking luck you've had to this fucking point. It's like in a couple of days, no lockdown, you fucking muppets. Friday, local government areas were locked down. Saturday, whole Sydney Basin's locked down. The Premier is adamant the delay wasn't political. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. So it's like, what was hilarious to me, looking stuff up, like trying to get graphics to use as the thumbnail for these live streams in the last couple of years, there was less than 24 hours difference between sort of news graphics of New South Wales avoids lockdown to New South Wales in lockdown. It's just like, you fucking idiots, quite honestly. That is just like, just fuckwit central. What I think was hilarious is like on Friday, they were like, 4 local council areas are having stay-at-home orders. They were locked down. And on Saturday, it was the whole fucking Sydney Basin. And I think the meetings between Friday and Saturday would have been fun to be a fly on the wall, because what I imagine is the health officials literally screaming at the politicians, what the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking idiots? We need a total lockdown. We need a total lockdown. This shit is well out of control, got well out of control very quickly. You fuckers have been in denial for a couple of days. This shit is going to be fucked. That's my impression anyway. That's my impression of the medical experts in the government meetings for the last couple of days. I imagine them just literally screaming at the government, the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck will you not just go, oh, we need a lockdown. We need a lockdown because shit's fucked up, yo. And it's just, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm trying not to be spiteful and have too much schadenfreude about the ridiculous shit we had to fucking put up with in Victoria, because the government was taking sensible steps with lockdowns, and those fucking muppets in New South Wales glossing over the fact they had pure blind luck on their side, because the only reason they hadn't had really serious outbreaks in the last 12 months was pure fucking blind luck. Yes, they do have a good contact tracing system. It is good, but that with COVID, that is not enough. And there were 2 particular events where New South Wales had masses of luck on their side, and they pretended it wasn't luck, and it fucking was. And it looks like their luck's run out. And yeah, the particularly the second wave in Victoria, which was quite bad, there were some very serious mistakes early on that led to the situation getting quite bad. But it was basically Victoria had all the bad luck and Sydney had all the good luck. And Sydney's pretending it's because of our gold standard. It's like, get fucked. It's because of blind fucking luck. Because contact tracing, no matter how good it is, doesn't help you if really fucking disease-ridden people travel to lots of areas and they're really infectious and go to lots of things. Oh, J-Red replied, Whiskey Club release, rich with earth fruit oaks, Vintage Cellars releases tropical stonefruits lighter in style. Recommend Vintage Cellars. Vintage Cellars might be... I will look it up though. Okay. Vintage sellers. Vintage sellers. I'm on the vintage sellers sites. Do not fucking autocomplete your fucking search to vodka, you fucks. Bam. Starwood. What do they have? Twofold, Nova, Red Manhattan, single barrel. Fuck me, $165. Okay, I'm just going to fucking throw out that the other one was only about 120. Single barrel, special collaboration. And, you know, I don't want to sound like a soft little tight-fisted scared boy, but soft little tight-fisted scared boy. And I'm just going to get some more water. Plus, okay, Kirsten, super big thanks to both you and J-Rad for actually responding to me and getting me that information. Fucking epic is all I'm going to say. And I'm just putting a cherry in my water because I can. Do. Let's get a cherry in my water and an orange peel. Because I'm a sophisticated motherfucker. Also, I'm responsible. I'm drinking water. Oof. Maybe I'll lightly flavor it. Which one of these? Mixed berry, citrus, raspberry and pomegranate, blood orange, mandarin orange, pink grapefruit. Oof. I have this bit of a weakness towards the raspberry and pomegranate, aka a grenadine substitute. And it is, look, I just put the tiniest amounts, and it's a nice pink color. Kirsten, you have several distillers' phone numbers. Of course you do. Ooh, that's nice. Just put a really light flavor in my water. Man, that's nice. Oh, so yeah, you know, there's a big lotto this week. Like Thursday's Powerball or something is like $60 million. So I'll buy a ticket, and if I win, we're starting a distillery. That's my theory. What did we decide it would be called the other night? The Divergent Distillery. Because we're all the oddballs, the neurodivergent oddballs. So, yeah, if I remember to buy a lotto ticket, and if we win, I'm going to start the Divergent Distillery. I read there was a really interesting article, Henry Hemesler, who Kirsten and I just absolutely love the live streams he did last year for Applewood Distilleries. Henry wrote a blog post for Applewood about the potential for Australian grown. What's the primary ingredient in gin again? I'm trying to visualize gin bottles that talk about juniper. Juniper, that's the word. So Henry wrote a blog post about the potential for Australian-grown juniper. And apparently juniper trees take about 15 years to cultivate before they have good berries. So that will be another thing. The Divergent Distillery will invest in the future and grow juniper in Australia. So all I'm saying is Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and all those other billionaires are pieces of shit. I'd be a really good rich person. I would just spend all my money on fun shit. I would spend all my money on fun shit and give everyone the opportunity to be part of it. Give jobs to anyone who wants them working in the thing. So yeah, I think a distillery would be great. Be a great sort of semi-retirement thing. Be growing juniper. Let Mrs. Angry really flex all her gardening skills. Probably do beekeeping, because I was really sold on how, like, the Archie Rose distillery has beehives on the roof of the distillery, so you have your own honey. Work up to doing a whiskey release. Rums as well. Definitely do rums. Yeah, just do all manner of great things in the Divergent distillery. But because there is no God, this probably won't happen. And because I am more likely to contract COVID than I am to win the lottery, then I don't want to contract COVID either. That made it sounded like I want to contract COVID. I don't want to contract COVID. I was just observing, even with the occasional outbreak, I'm still very unlikely to contract COVID, at least as it stands in Australia. It's just that I'm far less likely to win the lottery. It is really disturbing still that that's my only retirement plan. It's like, oh, maybe I'll win the lottery. Maybe I'll win lotto, and then everything will be okay. I'm not very financially minded, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm not very financially minded. So plans are a thing other people do, I think. But I mean, I have a dollar or two in the bank. Probably not enough to retire. Maybe enough to hire a hitman to kill Bill Gates. I don't know. It's theoretically it's possible. Oh, that's an interesting one, because the beehives got moved to the new distillery with a special platform. That's nice. It's just nice. There's two things I love about the majority of Australian distillers. One is the majority of them are doing fucking awesome work and producing absolutely incredible product. Second thing is the majority of Australian distillers are very focused on sustainability, using native ingredients where they can. And to me, that's just freaking awesome. I just realized I thought, I want to take some celebratory shots of Australian spirits. No, I don't. I want to stop drinking alcohol. I'm just going to drink my pink water in the lead up to going to bed. No more alcohol. Responsible drinking, kids. That's what we're all about. So whenever the occasional troll, or even just someone who's not a troll but is new to the stream, sees this sort of reasonably large amount of alcohol, nothing compared to Kirsten's collection, but more than most people have in their house, you must be a fucking pissant. No, man, I just drink very small amounts of it. And I've got a slight obsession with just buying stuff. And a week or two, I realized I was emptying some bottles, so I had some shelf space. So I bought, but I've still got there's a couple spaces there still. I bought some more bottles I had 6 spaces, and I bought 4 bottles, which means I've still got 2 spaces. So I could get 2 more things, basically. Oh, nice. Kirsten, each of the hives has names. I like that. I like that a lot. Thinking of doing it like a battle of the cellos. I have a lime cello. Sorry, I have a lemon cello, which is the classic cello, a lemon liqueur. I have the mandarin one from Apple called Mando. I have the Great Ocean Road Gin Distilleries grapefruit cello. And there's the one that you told me about, Kirsten, the Tasmanian distiller that does a lime liqueur that sounds really fucking good, that I was really tempted to get. And just have a cello off, taste the different liqueurs and decide which one I like the most. Because I do have a weakness for fruity liqueurs, like just the marionette stuff. I've got at least 4 different marionette liqueurs there, different currant and berry liqueurs, and their orange curacao. And I've kind of resisted getting their blue curacao because they decided to, because blue curacao is notoriously a shitty quality liqueur, but it's blue and you can make blue drinks, and blue drinks are cool. But they said, okay, well, we're going to make one. So this is a blue curacao, but good. And it's much more expensive than cheap blue curaçaos, which honestly just taste like sugar, honestly. Whereas the marionette orange curacao tastes like the orange peel, has that orange oil flavor in it, which is really nice. I haven't tasted their blue curacao, but I'm assuming it's as good as their orange curacao. But I have some Vok blue curacao up there. Just, flavors and colors. They're just sugary flavors for certain cocktails. I'm not proud. I have trashy drinks for when I want to make trashy cocktails. And I mean, I have lots of really good and sophisticated drinks down there for when I want to make good and sophisticated cocktails. Also, my cherries. These are really good. Glad I got these. God, that's good. Luxardo cherries, man. They're so good. Kirsten, you said the marionette blue tastes like mandarins. I'm a big fan of mandarins. Maybe I'll get the marionette blue. I've still got a bit of the Vok there because I don't use it very often. But occasionally blue drinks are fun. It's like the marionette blue curacao is like heaps more expensive than the Vok blue curacao. I just suspect it's heaps better than the Vok blue curacao. So maybe I'll get it next time. Did they do... I don't know if you can actually visit Marionette. I've bought so much of their stuff. I'd love to go and meet them. Let's have a look at their website. All orders over $120 will be shipped free. Yes, I'm over 18. What's on the website now? Nocino, which I haven't tried. The Amaretto, which I haven't tried. Myrrh, which I've got. Orange Curacao, which I've got. Peach, which I haven't tried. Dry Cassis, which I've got. Blue Curacao, I don't have. Apricot Brandy, I don't have. Groiselle, or Groiselle, which I do have. Ooh, and their passion fruit they did with Brogan's Way is really tempting as well. But they don't seem to have like a cellar door type thing, like that you can't go in and visit them. But they're one of the people that I collected a handwritten thank you note from Turing Code. So they've got pictures of their team, which is cute. Sean Byrne, Nick Tissar, Lauren Bonkowski, Hugh Leach. That's cute. And they name the farmers that they get the fruits and nuts from. which is fucking cool. Megaleech, you think blue drinks will cause green shit? I've not noticed that. I have green here as well. I can make, colored drinks I can make. I can make red, blue, green, yellow. I mean, those are all the main colors. Oh, purple. I've got a purple thing over here. So I can make some very colorful drinks. I can make, I can make red, blue, green, yellow, purple. So, yeah, I can make really colorful drinks if I want to. Because you're saying Marinette's distilled at either Anther or Brogan's Way. I suspect because they did a collaboration with Brogan's Way, it might be distilled at Brogan's Way. But who knows? Everyone's been friendly. So, yeah, the Vintage Cellars Starward single barrel is $165, whereas the other one that was being advertised to me on Facebook was only about $130. They're both somewhere between 55 and 57% alcohol. Man, cask strength barrels. And fucking tempting is all I'm saying. Fucking tempting. I don't know. I just don't know. We're not looking at bottle spaces. Where do I have bottle spaces? That looks like a space. I've got a space on my liqueur shelf. I think I've got a space on my whiskey shelf as well. Yeah. Decisions. That's what I'm saying. I have decisions to make. I'm going to have another one of these, even though they're not very good. What's wrong with me? I mean, they're not terrible. It says they're bacon and cheddar flavored. I guess it does have a bit of a smoky bacon flavor. I'll just put that away. Not even enjoying it that much. It's kind of like eating nuts at a bar, though. Something salty to have with your drink. That's a line from Seinfeld. Kramer has that line in a movie or something. These nuts are making me thirsty. Okay, Kirsten, it was definitely at Brogan's, but you think they moved down to Geelong with Anther? Because Dr. Jervis wanted to say, yeah, that would make sense. I don't know. So, I think basically at Fox's recommendation, maybe I will go on a road trip on the weekend to visit the Lux distillery, which is out near the Dandenongs. It's about half an hour drive from my place. See if I look that up again, because I did look it up the other night. Lux Brew. Where are they? I think I worked out it was about a half-hour drive from my place. Liquor House now open. Find out more. Parkhurst Drive, Knoxville. Friday from 9 to 1. Lux Brew Liquor House will be open to the public. Consumers the opportunity to explore a whole range. Just on Fridays, 9 to 1 p.m. Personally, I'm willing to skip a day's work to do it. Yes, 30 minutes. Okay. But given that, maybe I should order it online. I want to get all the sample bottles from them, actually, because they sound fun. Get a whole bunch of sample bottles and decide which one I like more. So for 30 minutes, I mean, it takes me 30 minutes to get to the fucking city, for that matter. But still, maybe I will order the little sample bottles off their website because I love the sound of it. And I have to admit, I love the sound of getting 6 different little sample bottles and tasting them all and deciding which one I like to buy a full-size bottle. That just sounds like fun to me. Sample bottles are fun, and I keep the little bottles for my concoctions. And like sometimes when a friend comes over, I will make a drink for them and send them off with it. But I have a bunch of these little bottles now. And even these. This is smaller. This is half the size of that one. But that would, like, I could make a single cocktail to fill one of these. Send someone off with a single cocktail. You know, thank them for visiting. Here, take this with you. Here's something I made earlier. Safi, your mum's town is 30 minutes from the nearest town. See, when I grew up in Dubbo, like, fucking hell, man. Because we used to never go. A 30-minute drive was a long way. Like, it's 30 minutes to Wellington, next town, all that sort of shit. And then I moved to uni in Bathurst. And some of the Sydney people found out there was little satellite villages around Bathurst where you could get a rental property for next to nothing. And it was a 20, 30-minute drive into Bathurst, because people in Bathurst think that's a long drive. People in Sydney, 20, 30 minutes to get somewhere is fucking nothing. So I had all these Sydney people who would get a rental accommodation in one of these little satellite villages because they thought it was a great deal. But coming from Dubbo, I was thinking, what? But you're 20 minutes outside of town. That's fucked. But Sydney people's like, no, 20 minutes is nothing. So the way is it? I mean, so if I was saying Wellington was a biggish town, it's 30 minutes from Dubbo, but halfway between Dubbo and Wellington were little things that just barely qualify as villages. Places like Geary and what was the other one? Not Galargamburn. The places in Western New South Wales where I grew up have such fun names. Peak Hill. I was in a different direction though. I'm trying to remember. Wongarban. That was it. Such a great name. Wongarban. You get places with names like Wongarban and Galargamburn, and which again they're taking like indigenous names. Wild stuff. So, and also, okay, towards Sydney, Glenrowan, Suffolk, that's the famous Ned Kelly town. That's near the Victorian New South Wales border, I think. It's a town, village town. And yes, Kirsten, you are right. 20, 30 minutes driving at 100 kilometers an hour, very different to 20, 30 minutes in shitty traffic. It's less stressful for a fucking start. Mofo, how you doing? Merry Christmas, happy 2020. All good and enthusiastic salutations. I try to, like, so if you go east of Dubbo, heading towards Sydney, Wellington was about half an hour away. And there's a couple little places like Wongarban and Geary in between. If you go west, like into the fucking Never, about half an hour west of Dubbo was Narromine. If you go south towards Melbourne, about half an hour south of Dubbo, Peak Hill and Parks. What's north? Like if you're going towards Queensland. What would you get if you went north? Gilgandra? Again, fucking great name places. Suffolk. Burke is a fucking long way from Dubbo. Burke is a couple 100 kilometers from Dubbo. If you keep going west from Dubbo, you end up in the desert. And oh no, sorry, I was thinking of Broken Hill. Burke's an hour away, I think. because I was thinking west, and Burke's not west of Dubbo. Broken Hill's a long way away, though. Directions. I just feel like looking it up now. Burke to Dubbo. Fucking hell, it's 4 hours, though. It's almost 400 kilometers. Jesus, Burke's further away than I thought. So now I've got the map up, and I fucking love the map of Western New South Wales with these. Yeah, no, Burke is northwest of Dubbo, 4 hours away. I've done that trip too. Jesus. You get places with great names. Tom Ingley, that's not an Indigenous one, but Budababa, Nymagee, Emerang, Menduran, Amatry, Galagambone, Canamble, Winderdy. Come by chance. How good a name is that for a town? Come by chance. That is a fucking great name for a town. Coonabarabran and the Warrumbungles. They're just Western New South Wales. Such fucking great names. Are you saying there was COVID found in the sewage in Burke? That's interesting. All of fucking New South Wales is in trouble at the moment, quite honestly. And there's no two ways about it. If they've got fragments of COVID in the wastewater in Burke, someone in Burke has got COVID. What are the other place names around there? Pillager, Rocky Glen. So you got this mix of English, so like Emerald Hill, next to Ngulandari and Gunnedah, Wongo Creek. Oh, wow, there's a place called Manila. You don't have to go to... And there's a place called New... These are places I didn't know of. There's places called Manila and New Mexico. And Upper Manila. There you go. Place names are great. You get very English ones like Somerton and Orange Grove. And then you get Pilloway, Worrell, Pillamore, Dungowan, Katingle. And then it's like, very English sounding ones like Moore Creek and Tamworth, Appleby, Pine Ridge, Spring Ridge. Then more Indigenous names like Kumu Kumu, Bundella, Parawina, Kula. Western New South Wales has some wild names. I love it. So Sophie's saying there's some miners in New England have COVID. Dang. So the mofo sign funded will create an anonymous hash DNA to enhance advertisements. Yeah. I'm sorry, I missed that. Mega Leach, you like the town name? Come on purpose. I could almost imagine a place in Australia called that, honestly. We have such wacky names. So what else was in the news? Oh, that's interesting. ABC pulls Andrew's video after Premier posts Twitter video. That's weird. Daniel Andrews did post an interesting video on Twitter, actually. Jesus Christ, the Victorian Liberal Party are fucking pieces of shit. Like absolute fucking garbage. And they seem absolutely unaware of the degree to which a significant majority of the state think they're fucking shit. It's absolutely hilarious to me. But anyway, the Brits didn't like inland desert. I don't think the Brits coped very well with how much of Australia was desert, quite honestly. But yeah. So I was just looking at, was there any good news stories? There's a great headline on the ABC website. Even at the height of the gold rush, Melbourne was an absolute dump. It's a political caricature from back in the day. Domestic comfort in Australia. Landlord letting the premises. Call this yard a mess, ma'am. I should say you have me very long in the colony, ma'am. Bless your heart. You should have seen how the last tenant left it. It ain't often you see a yard kept so orderly as this. Okay, that's wild. There was a time in the 19th century when Melbourne was considered one of the richest cities in the world. Two things that hadn't worked out. Number one, how to get rid of rubbish. Number two, what to do with number twos. Melbourne was known as Smellburn at one point because of the amount of stinky waste there was. Pretty funny. Yes, Arthur, the internet saves us somewhat from boredom. And I agree with you. Hopefully, I'm hopeful at the next state election, which isn't until late next year, and fucking anything could happen in that time. I'm hoping Labor gets returned with an increased majority. The Libs won't be rolled to the degree they were in Western Australia, but I'm hoping Labor gets in with an increased majority because fuck the Victorian Liberal Party. They're fucking pieces of shit. Megaleech, I thank you for sending me that link about the people debunking Dark Emu. You're not actually the first person to send me something about those people. And it is interesting. I don't know if I have the focus or wherewithal to pursue that. Because, yes, a couple of academics have argued that Bruce Pascoe's Dark Emu is wrong and saying he doesn't have a lot of evidence for it. To find out sort of who has the best claim to authenticity, I would have to do the research into the academics who are saying Bruce Pascoe's not right. Bruce Pascoe used primary sources. He used journal entries from early Australian settlers, and he made a quite compelling case as to what evidence those journal entries provided. I would need to dedicate quite a bit of time to looking into the academics who are debunking Bruce Pascoe's stuff. And the key things I would look into, if I had the time, were, their background, what had these academics, what had they published previously, and do they have a particular political or philosophical barrow to push? I think it's great that Pascoe ignited enough discussion that serious academics want to do serious analysis of what he's done. Just reading a summary of these academics say Bruce Pascoe is wrong for these reasons, and I and one of the things I would examine with academics debunking Bruce Pascoe's work is what's their background, what else have they published, what political and ideological slant, if any, is in their previous work, because some academics are very good at not having overt political and ideological drivers in their work. There's too many unanswered questions, and it's just like, yeah, because a lot of people say, oh, well, these are really respected archaeologists or historians, and Bruce Pascoe isn't, and go, I'm sorry, Western culture is full of thoroughly respected archaeologists and historians who were racist as fuck and drew incredibly incorrect, or at least incredibly narrow conclusions, because they were basically their analysis of evidence was extremely colored by their prejudices. I mean, that's just an unfortunate truth. I am not saying these particular academics are affected that way, because I don't know anything about them. It's what it could mean. The spectrum can be anywhere from these academics are completely right and Bruce Pascoe is completely wrong, through to these academics are gross racist colonizers who are viewing things through a gross racist colonizer lens, and it's distorted how they've done it. And it could be anywhere in shades of gray between those two extremes. I don't know anything about these academics, and I'll be honest and say I don't think I've got the time or patience to look into them and try to work out where I think they might be coming from. But it's interesting that the dialogue's happening, quite honestly. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So, yeah, the whole thing with, and, I won't even countenance vile racist pieces of shit like Andrew Bolt ripping on Bruce Pascoe, because Andrew Bolt is a vile, disgusting, ignorant, racist piece of shit. But academics taking account with them, like I said, the spectrum is anywhere between the academics are completely right and Bruce Pascoe is completely wrong, through to the academics are just falling into these old colonizer tropes and they're completely wrong and Bruce Pascoe is completely right. Or, there's a million shades of gray between the two where the truth could lie. Who knows? Not me. And I'm freely admitting I probably don't have the time or patience to look into it and form an opinion. But I do have the time to go to bed now. I'm going to bed. Thank you, fabulous people, for joining me this evening. I'm going to go to bed. I'll probably be doing a TV watching night with Mrs. Angry tomorrow night, but I'll probably be back on Tuesday. Who knows? It's a wide, crazy, exciting world. Anything can happen. But the one thing that is going to happen is I'm going to go to bed now. So thank you all. See you another time.